of Super Bowl 54. It's the 49ers and the Chiefs. All that and more coming up next.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
If there was one thing that was clear right off the jump from our meeting last week, Mike, it was the fact that he shouldered almost all of the blame for last week's loss on himself. Remember what he called his 2 interceptions. He said those are inexcusable. And when you go back and really study the tape, not everything was his fault. Protection at times, spotty. The separation downfield of some of his playmakers, very inconsistent. And truthfully, I didn't love all of the play calls. They're going to have to be better as an entire offense for him to play better at the quarterback position.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Now, faking the give. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now a give on the ground. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And he'll take it on in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
We both could get the sense from talking to him this week leading up to today's game, like just the amount of pressure he felt that was on his shoulders. And frankly, in the entire locker room, they need to get their first win. When you study NFL history, starting a season 0-3, not many teams have ever made the playoffs in the Super Bowl era, only 6. So if they want to get a chance to find themselves in the playoff hunt, if they just want to get their season on track, a win today is going to go a long way.
That's into the hands of Worthy. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Slot receiver, headed right. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He gets this one to Tucker. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Mahomes now to throw again. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Here's a run going left. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The 49ers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there.
That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the ties. So, 1 quarter in the books in this rematch of Super Bowl 58. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, Mahomes. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for the 1st with ETN. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so third down forthcoming. In motion now is White. This drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The 49ers out for the punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Chiefs offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 1st and 10. To throw is Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To the right, on the run, it's Etienne. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. 3rd and 5. Mahomes back. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. The 49ers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. Right back to Pearsall again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now, faking the give. He's got a man wide open, the tight end, complete. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up
ineligible
2nd
receiver
and 5.
downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too
Still
far,
first down.
and it draws the flag. to the ground after the penalty. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes 3rd down. They'll send him over to the left. Off the play fake. He'll look to... That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll run the toss here to Etienne. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. 3rd and long.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 12.
Here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Chiefs first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They send him right out of the slot. Off the play fake. Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Brown. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call.
That penalty is declined.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now he takes off. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, 49ers. Back to throw. The connection made to Ayuk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Slot man in motion left. A first down throw for Mahomes. He gets this one to Tucker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. That one caught by Tucker. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Mahomes now to throw again. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. In trouble, and down he goes.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing is Mahomes. They'll look to set up the screen here.
Mahomes pass complete to number 6.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Now on the return, he has lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passes. A handoff as they try to run it here. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result. He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. Back to the air once more on second down. Throw left side complete to Pearsall. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing now from the gun. Open man, right side. He's got it.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
That's catch 3 just on this drop, and it gets his team a first down. Back to the air one more time. That one taken in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Chiefs offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On first down, it's Mahomes. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. We'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Third and long for Mahomes. A quick throw out wide, caught left side. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. 49ers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. He's got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. He'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. To the outside. Catch made by Worthy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's taken in. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll look to throw. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Back to throw. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
1st and goal, San Francisco.
Now, faking the give. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the 49ers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Play action here. Mahomes. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They go play action with Mahomes. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Mahomes now on 2nd down. Oh, he pumps up the football. Oh, he gets it right back. Now, after that near turnover, clock is stopped. We have an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They need one right now. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Niners offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Now a run on first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is Mahomes. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. Third down coming up.
And 6 yards to go.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
Mahomes now to throw again. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
That's caught. So they get the 2-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth. So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Look wide, get this one complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side this time. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. We'll try to get this one on the ground. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here's Xavier Worthy and his Kansas City teammates getting set for their next possession. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Big play in the game right here. It's third down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in.
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up fourth down.
And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a fourth down stop to all but end this game.
The Niners offense ready to take over once more. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now a give up the middle. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
Now, 2nd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The 49ers offense make their way out to take over once more. And they're looking to get back to their winning ways after the loss in Week 2. They go to 2-1 if they can hold on here. This drive starts with 1st and 10. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here, and they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining on the clock. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.